Hey, hello everybody. Welcome to the Sound Test Room. Okay, so today we are taking a look at FAC Altezza or Altetha, the epic shimmering kind of reverb. And also we will be taking a quick look at Drambo. Now, Drambo isn't out yet, as most of you already know, and I don't have a release date for it. So please don't say I can't find the app on the App Store or it's not out yet, because we know it's not out yet. Anyway, well, we're going to use this as a sound module. I'm going to tell you a little bit about Drambo very shortly as well. Okay, so and Rosetta LFO. Yes, I want to show you how to set up Rosetta LFO to control various parameters of your apps. And in particular, we'll do the tutorial of setting this up to control the size of this reverb here, because this will sound incredible. So I'm going to play the demonstration first. So this is the kind of thing you're going to be able to produce. Okay, very cool, very cool, very cool beans. So let us set up a fresh one from scratch. Now you get an idea of how you can set this up. It's very easy. So I'll just save this one because I was playing with it. So, and then we should just clear. Set up a new channel. Hang on. And I'll just get a FAC Max. So it should be able to hear me a little bit better now. And also, to kill the noise, I shall use a Bruce Free here. Bruce Free is essential for me for doing all the videos. And we're just going to hold lane. And it's a done deal. Yes, yes. Okay, hang on, and I'll set the others up. Okay, excuse me. Okay, I am back. Yes, yes. Okay, so I hope you can hear me okay. We're going to open a MIDI channel first. And in that MIDI channel, we're going to put in audio unit extension, and we're going to go down and find Rosetta LFO. Yes, yes. Now, we don't need to actually do anything with the little toaster, the connection box. That's fine. It's all going to be done inside the MIDI setup. Excuse me. Right, okay. So the next thing we're going to do is open this. We're going to audio this, and we're going to go with a audio unit extension, and we are going to use Drambo. Yes. Now, Drambo is by Beep Street, so I'll take this opportunity to tell you a little bit about Drambo. Okay, so you can use Drambo as a complete music production and performance environment, an endless modular playground that allows you to build, modify, and store custom synthesizers and effects. MIDI sequencer that works with hardware and AUV3 instruments. Drambo sequences other instruments in AUM. Moreover, Drambo can generate MIDI CC messages or modulation signals to control modular synths via DC coupled interfaces. It's an AUV3 synthesizer or effect in other DAWs, and not as a sequencer, just as a an instrument. So it's a modular groove box and audio processing environment, innovative approach. Instead of using cables, it uses color coding, automatic connections, and as a dynamic user interface. I'm reading this off something the developer sent me earlier. It features cableless polyphonic stereo modular environment. So we'll open it up here like this. You can see that's empty though. Let's go to a user preset. There are only a few patches in here at the moment, but doesn't matter. We shall choose this one here. What else? So all signals are polyphonic and stereo by nature and run at an audio rate, so you can modulate the filter with the stereo signal. There are over 60 modules already available now. We can show you modules, actually. If we go to, let's see, I'm not sure how you set this up. You can add here all this stuff that's already in. So you could go with modulators or mixers. There's tons and tons and tons of stuff. It's a modular system, but it doesn't use cables. It's kind of auto connect kind of thing. So I'm going to watch my volume here for this. Maybe make an adjustment on the master part like this, because some of these are quite loud. And we're just going to start this off before I play anything else. And then you might notice that you'll need to go into your metronome and select host for it to play via AUV3. Okay. So now we've got that there. Okay, let me speed that up a little bit, I think, to about 120. We leave it on 110, that's fine. Let's go into here now and add our FAC Altether. I can find it down here somewhere. It will be here somewhere. There we go. So we'll add FAC Altether here, and you'll see that this is it kind of the parameter that you can see it sets itself at reverb size, but we don't worry about that. We want to be choosing a preset, doesn't matter for now. We want to be controlling the size of this reverb, so we'll leave it on a nit. Let's have a listen to how that sounds. I shall close this down. And I want my LFO to modulate the size, because I think that sounds really cool. So, how do we set that up? Well, it's quite simple. We go into our little toaster icon here, like this, and we go down to MIDI control, not MIDI root. So it's the last one, bottom right. We go down to MIDI control. We open that. This is the important part, okay? Go back there a sec. MIDI sources. This is key. Open MIDI sources and choose Rosetta LFO as the MIDI source. And that's all you need to do. The connection is now made. However, we need to tell LFO which part of Drambo we want to control. So if we open LFO, you get a choice of 3 LFOs per Rosetta LFO, and you can have as many as you like. But you'll see it defaults to CC13, then CC15, then CC17. You've got 127 to choose from. We'll leave it on CC13. Okay, and we're only going to use LFO1, but we could use 2, you'll see, or 3, or open another one and use more. So we want to go back into our little toaster icon here, back into MIDI control. Now you will see here it says channels. Channel Steinberg UR44 in channel 2, which is this one here, 2. I know it's in channel 1, but it's in channel 2 in the audio interface. That's just for my microphone. And then we go to where it says number 3. We can ignore MIDI because we're not LFOing got LFO. And we go to where it says channel 3, Drambo. And we open Drambo like this. And you will see everything that's available in channel 3 that you can modulate. Now you'll also see FAC Altether here, you see. So you've got Drambo here, and then you've got Altether here, because Altether is in that chain in number 3. And you'll see you've got modulation, you can do this, but we're interested in reverb. And these are all the different reverb parameters inside Altether that you can assign to an LFO. So if we do this, we open this one here, which says reverb size. We now set our CC to 13, okay? Now, we could hit learn, but we'll put this on channel 1. And then if we turn the volume down so nothing wild happens here. If we hit play on now, you'll see that we are modulating the reverb size. And it sounds like this. It's cool. But it's too fast. So we go into LFO and slow the rate down. Now also at this point, you can increase or decrease the range of the movement. Okay, so at the moment, if I was to go from, you'll see, if we to go from 0 to 127, like this, we'll get full range of movement on this reverb size. Here. And if we speed LFO up, obviously you'll see it work quicker. But at that speed, it's not a pleasant effect, you know, not really, unless you were going mad. So we can slow the rate down to something more sensible. And also the range. So let's go something like, say we've got 10, 20, maybe 40 to 60%. So we get a very short movement. And let's go, say for this, let's go to, say, I don't know, about 58 to, I don't know, 82-ish, something like that. You can work this out as you go, sort of thing, you know, but we'll have a look what that's doing. Here. Speed it up. So we can decrease that a little bit. Oh, spot on. Make it a bit bigger. Let's change a preset in Drambo. So also in Drambo, you select your different instruments, basically. You'll see all the instruments along here. An effects main sort of thing. So you can see how you're kind of working. And like I said, to add something, you basically click on here and you go, oh, what is it, a sequencer, or you can add a velocity gate there. And it's basically added, and then you can manipulate it as you like, sort of things. Pretty cool beans. And then you have a step sequencer, trigger pads kind of thing. You can basically set Drambo up to be whatever you want it to be. Now also don't forget, in Rosetta LFO you can change the shape. This is a sine, so it's very smooth, but we can have it sample and hold, which would be quite weird. You'll see the reverb size, and we can, to make this extreme, it'll jump all over the place. You can modulate it as well. Tempo sync. So in that instance, Drambo is self-generating its own thing. It wasn't relying on the sequencer, that's why it wouldn't switch off. But in many of them, there are like, for instance, this one would be sequenced by the host sequencer, sort of thing. We can have a quick listen to that one before we go as well. I know many people are really looking forward to Drambo because you can basically do anything. I just love this reverb size thing. Guys, there you go. A look at how to set up, quite a few things, how to set up your LFOs inside your MIDI control there. Make sure you choose your channel. Find the actual thing in that channel strip that you want to assign to an LFO, and then you can just basically open whatever you want there. So this is the reverb part of it, and then you can, yeah, you could set up anything you want. It's cool beans. Right, thank you very much for watching. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Please consider becoming a patron from as little as $1 a month. So there we go. Look at FAC Altezza and Beep Steep's Drambo. Also Rosetta LFO. Awesome stuff. My voice was maximized by FAC Maxima, and the noise was killed by Bruce Free. Okay, guys, thank you very much for watching. I will see you later. Ta-ta!